The Oza podcast is brought to you by Triumph Protective Coatings. Triumph Protective Coatings is a construction company specializing in epoxy flooring and concrete resurfacing systems. They service the LA area and the greater LA area and counties. They speak Spanish, so you don't even have to worry about that. They speak Spanish. You can follow them on Instagram, Triumph_Coatings, on Facebook, Triumph Protective Coatings. You can visit their website, triumphprotectivecoatingsca.com, to get a free quote. And you can also email them. So many ways to get in contact with these guys. You can email them at triumphprotectivecoatings@gmail.com. And so if you tell them Arrows Up sent you, you get a 15% off on your next project. They do beautiful work on the floors, on the walls. Their stuff is incredible. Check out their Instagram for all their work. They do amazing work. Couldn't be happier to support them. And they sponsor this podcast, so they're extra awesome for that as well. So check them out. Use them for your next project, and you will be satisfied. Welcome to the Arizona podcast. Harry's here, and we talk baseball, and we get into Kershaw, the Kershaw news that dropped today that he will be retiring at the end of this season. And so we get into that, and then Harry kind of points out that he was, you'll see. I don't want to spoil that conversation, but very, very interesting Kershaw conversation that made me second guess everything that I was thinking. And then we get into Mike Trout, and just a sad conversation about Mike Trout. And that one was really good. Harry's done talking about Mike Trout, but I'm just fascinated by Mike Trout and his career, and just how improbable that career is now. And so all things baseball, we just kind of where we were. We haven't recorded in a long time, so we kind of just catch up what's going on in baseball, where we're at. Dodger corner, Red Sox corner, and we both give 2 final thoughts each, because why not, So that's the Friday pod. Hope you enjoy it. We had a Thursday night game, Bills, Dolphins, and the Dolphins kind of put up a fight. They didn't look completely awful. I still think they should fire Mike McDaniel. And the problem, with coaching and teams and all that, is just sometimes you'll get coaches that are too much the other way. So Mike McDaniel takes over Brian Flores, who was super hardo discipline, and he comes in, and Mike McDaniel's the complete opposite of that, and dudes feel wow, this is more relaxed, and then they play loose and all that. But the problem with that is you're too loose, so then you lose control, and there's no discipline, you see now. And what's probably going to happen is the Dolphins are going to hire some just hard old football guy, and they're going to result, because that's what's going to happen. And then that guy, if he's too tough, he'll burn everybody out. And so it's why the best coaches are able to either constantly be just cycling through the roster like a Belichick, or just have this balanced approach where you're able to be a player's coach and you're able to be super hardo and disciplined, where you're the coach at all times, but you're never their friend, but you're their coach. But you can be friendly, like Andy Reid, like Sean McVay, like Kyle Shanahan, like those guys. Or even Mike Tomlin. You can be friendly, but he's never your friend. And so I think that's where you get the top most successful coaches in football that are able to do that. So, the Bills won. They're 3-0 now, and the Dolphins are 0-3, and their season's probably over. probably. And the Chiefs, the Bills now kind of hold the ball till next Sunday. So, yeah, good win for them, and that's where we're at. We had a Champions League football, and I'll do some of that next week, just to kind of just get you where we need to be. Just match day one. Just everybody's filling themselves out, and yeah, so that's it. So Harry baseball, and hope you enjoy it, and yeah, hope you have a good weekend. So here's a Friday pod. I will see you at the end. So here we go. So after today, we have 10 days left. 10 days left of the
Well,
regular baseball,
first of all, welcome back. Yeah,
and
I got to bring my old welcome back.
well, you gotta wait. You gotta let me set the table. But Harry's here. It's been a long time. We've missed you here, and we're glad to finally be doing this again. And with 10 days left in the baseball season, I'm glad you're here. Uh, you look good,
Thank you.
and you actually have a shirt on. Typically, you're on a mustard shirt.
All
It's
right, yeah.
you.
Today's a shirt day. It's the new phase in my life. The new Harry. Let's see if the crowd gets or the audience gets the new Harry or likes the new Harry.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Um, so it's been a very interesting baseball season in terms of going back. I went back and I was listening to the preview pods for the season that we did, and we were right on when it came to the AL. The AL is going to be just wide open. Whoever wants it should go for it.
Yeah.
I was wrong about the Orioles.
I think a lot of people are wrong about that. I think that's one of the bigger tragedies of the season.
Yeah, yeah. The Orioles suck, and I think I had picked them to go to the World Series. Um,
Oof.
and they're last place as of September
They're
18th.
eliminated.
Yeah. Um, they put the graphic "Thank you, fans" on X, I'm sure. And so,
Was I right in anything? I don't remember. It's been so long. Or decent. I think the only thing I got right was Dodgers, right?
what's too early? You were down to the Dodgers. You weren't as excited about them as I was. I thought they were going to be world beaters. I thought they were. I thought they were going to like win over 100 plus games, and you're just like, I don't know, I'm not sure.
And I
So
think we want to say sorry to Milwaukee too.
sorry to Milwaukee. You were wrong about the Braves. You were super high in the Braves.
Yeah, that was
That was the
well,
one.
Acuna went down, and that's kind of where everything.
That was one of the things I was right about the Braves. Um, and
I was right about the West. It's
which West?
uh NL West.
NL West. Okay, yeah,
And the AL, I think I was. I think I was pretty high in Seattle, if I remember correctly.
yeah. The Angels kind of flirted with it a little bit. Then they remembered they were the Angels.
Yeah. Texas was just Texas.
Texas legit got the World Series and dipped, huh? They just like
Yeah.
and we're like, yeah, we're good, guys. We don't really want to compete. Um, the Mariners have just like Mike Piazza again, I guess. Just Mike Piazza incarnate with a little more power. So that's been fun seeing.
It's been a catcher's year.
Mhm.
Will Smith leading the way and well, not leading the way anymore, but was up there with average in the NL.
Yeah.
And then what do they call him? Big Dumper. Whoever came up with that thing is just okay. Was it a girl coming up with this or was it a guy coming up with that?
I'm not sure. I don't
That's
know.
it's pretty disturbing to be honest with you.
Yeah.
um yeah, he's been he's been probably the surprise of this year. I think he's been like the probably the worst person the least person we thought that was going to be doing this miraculous season, we
Mm,
call it.
yeah. Um, what else? What else have we seen? We've seen the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays
I'm pretty high on them this year.
have emerged as the team in the East, as both the Red Sox and the Yankees are two very flawed teams that had really good stretches, and I think everybody kind of trusts them
See,
more than
Boston is good. You're never going to say it, but Boston is
come
what we thought.
on, no,
Boston is what we thought. They
come
were
on,
going to compete. Like let me say my part, and then you can be like, come on.
go for it.
We did think they were going to compete. They have one of the better managers out there that's going to put them out there. We've seen some special things come out of the farm system, the prospects.
Shout out to Roman Anthony. Yeah,
Yeah. Unfortunately, you had somebody injured, and that's kind of one of the uncontrollables that we can't control about that.
yeah,
The Yankees were the Yankees. We thought they were gonna be okay. They're just old. That's all.
yeah.
And then the Blue Jays just came out of nowhere. Let's just be frank about it.
Hmm.
They came out of nowhere. I didn't think they were gonna do anything. You didn't think they were gonna do anything.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that was one of the. We were pretty high on Kansas City, Detroit. The Astros are always there, but like we said in the beginning, it's gonna be a crapshoot. That's gonna be the fun. That's gonna be the fun side.
Hmm. Yeah.
And then now, yeah, whoever dethrones the Dodgers is probably gonna end up winning the whole thing.
Before you go to the NL, is this I've been the most impressed with Aaron Judge this season
Why?
because he's been awesome again, and I think he's been just incredible all season long.
I would never have thought you would say this any in my
I
lifetime.
know, me neither. But it's one of those things that he has been the rock of that team, you know?
So just be play devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
You have Goldschmidt leading off, which is one of the better hitters.
Yeah.
His protection, and he has protection Bellinger behind him.
Hmm.
You don't think that has nothing to do with it? That he actually has real protection now compared to Stanton that we.
I think on the contrary, I think he elevates those guys.
Well, yeah, they have to pitch them now because they don't want to face Judge with burners on, and he can make more damage. So now they have to pitch to him and give him.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Betts, right? You have to pitch to Betts.
Yeah,
You don't
but
want to get to.
Mookie went through a stretch where we were like, wait, what's happening with this guy?
Yeah, I think he was just.
And now he's Mookie again. He's fine, but he did go through that stretch where it was just like it was ugly. It was really
But
ugly.
how much do you think of it was a hangover? I think. I don't know. I think the
I will
expectation.
say
I
he was a guy that had a bad season in 2019 after the Red Sox
Yeah,
won.
but yeah, it is hangover number one. But also like, how much do you think it is at. We'll get to it when the Dodgers corner comes. I don't
Yeah.
want to give away too much right now.
But Aaron Judge,
Um,
I think Aaron Judge has been super, super incredible.
so he's like your surprise guy this year.
Well, I mean,
Well, not surprise, but
it's,
like a
it's hard to
like,
say surprise, but I just thought with Juan Soto leaving,
that's been a disaster.
I just thought like the Yankees were going to take a dip, and I think the Yankees are very flawed, but he is kind of what makes them like he covers a lot of their inefficiencies, and he really does fit the mold of like the leader of that team.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah, he started picking up.
yeah,
I think he's in his prime, so we're gonna see a lot of this coming on.
right.
And now he's understanding how people are pitching to him. And so now he's made those adjustments
Yeah.
to show that, hey, you know what, I'm a hitter and I'm not just a home run hitter. I
Right.
can hit the ball. I
And
can
that's what I mean. That's this year we've seen him put it all together. Uh,
yeah.
the question's going to be, can he do it in October?
Yeah.
And
And
that's
October is different when you have
yeah,
just an example. Just an example, Kike Hernandez being one of the top October guys. And that's kind of what still has been tripping out throughout all this baseball that I've seen. That it's always like the people we don't expect
right.
to be in October. And Derek Jeter, if it wasn't for October, is it a fair statement to say that he would be just an average player or above average player,
Yeah.
right? Kike Hernandez without October, he would be just a random player, just hanging around, right?
Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani. I think Shohei Ohtani is kind of we should give him another season, but I wasn't too impressed by his one season that he was in the playoffs. He had his small little moments here and there, but he's supposed to be the greatest player there. Mike Trout, I haven't seen him either. The little stint that we saw, and yeah.
Mike Trout's career died. I don't know if you were aware of that, but
Oh, it's gone.
Mike
Yeah,
Trout's
it's
career has
no,
died.
but I'm saying like we're talking about the greatest,
Yeah.
one of the better, the first ballot Hall of Famers,
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
they do in the playoffs. It's a different season. So, in your eyes, we're talking about this season itself. Who do you think is having a better season? Oh, who would you rather have on your team? Kyle Schwarber or Juan Soto? Because me
Mm,
watching Schwarber and me watching Soto, I think they're the same player. They walk a lot and they hit home runs. Average is okay.
I mean,
Well, Schwarber's having a I just
I mean,
who would you rather honestly, who would you rather have?
Scherber's out of his mind. Um,
Because you're gonna get the power from Schwarber, but you're gonna get more walks from Soto.
well, I'd rather have Juan Soto.
And then the better question, who actually is earning who would actually earn the $45 million or $50 million that he's making now? Would you still be paying with these stats that $50 million to Soto? Or would it be Schwarber?
Well, Juan Soto because he's younger. Yeah.
Oh, we're not talking about that. We're just talking about average wise and stats wise.
Yeah, I'd
And
rather have Juan Soto. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd rather have Schwarber.
Just one season, right? So it's what
But I'm just saying Schwarber would like he's the guy, and everything around them is good,
hmm
like you don't see them. I don't know. This might be a statement that may be out of maybe a hot take, but I don't think the Mets are Soto's team,
You think they'll endorse him?
or it could be Alonso's.
Well, you think the Phillies belong to Schwarber?
No, but I'm saying that I'm kind of making the argument that they're pretty equal in that mind. I wouldn't say that it's Soto's team, and I wouldn't say it's Schwarber's team. They're like equal. Like I still wouldn't feel comfortable giving that much money to Soto when I can get about the same, maybe better production from this guy, Schwarber.
Well, I think you end up in a different conversation though, because is anybody in baseball worth that contract? Probably not.
Otani.
Mm, I don't know. I mean, maybe next year if he's pitching like full-time pitcher.
So as you see Otani now, he's not worth his money. Well, we can't say he's not
Well,
worth his. We
it's
can't say he's not worth his current contract because, well, as we all know, it's only $1 million, and
but
that's
well, I think the conversation is. I think if we're speaking baseball, just baseball, like just production on the field,
Mhm.
yeah, I think Otani is worth that.
Because when you look at like I don't know, when I look at walks, I look at many different ways, like good eye, good approach, all that good stuff. And as we speak right now, it's Soto, Otani, and Schwarber. One,
Right.
two, three.
Yeah.
So if you were building, we know Otani, everybody would take Otani if they started a team. But right now, I think I could comfortably say that Soto and Schwarber are right aligned. I
Yeah,
don't think
but
they can take, I don't think they're able to take over a franchise and like put it on their back as the main guy,
you see, but I think it's
which makes Soto overrated
nah.
and makes
I just
Schwarber.
I think it's unfair
But why is it unfair?
because Soto doesn't have the dudes to do damage.
He has Pete Alonso and Lindor. Lindor sets up the table. Alonso cleans it
Yeah,
up.
but Lindor had a good start and he struggled.
But on paper, that's
Well,
kind of
okay, but consistently, the Phillies have been really good consistently all year long, and Otani has, bunch of dudes that get things done behind him.
but we're talking right now Soto and Schwarber.
Yeah, I'd rather have Soto. I think if you have Soto, you have your ceiling is a lot higher, and so is your floor.
I'm personally more scared of Schwarber than Soto.
No, come on, come on.
100%. 100%.
Scared of what? That he's gonna eat
I've
more of the season?
I've seen him. I've seen him in San Diego, trash. I've seen him in New York. Okay, he's an okay player over in New York. From me, if I'm gonna be spending that much money, I want Otani's numbers. That's just me.
Okay,
If
but
I'm gonna be dropping all that money, I want Otani's numbers. I don't want.
that's fair, but I think it's
But if you're looking at both of those guys' stats, they're pretty equal of players. And I'm not. I personally, as a if I were a manager, I wouldn't be afraid of Soto at all. He shrinks in the play. He shrinks.
no. What are you talking
He
about?
shrinks. What did
Come
he do last year? What did he do last year in the World Series? He shrunk, right?
See, but by that argument, Otani shrunk too. Otani had a really bad World Series too.
Well, we're talking between Schwarber and Soto.
Okay, but Schwarber
Otani's
shrunk.
not even in the conversation.
Well, then Schwarber shrunk versus the
But
Mets.
the whole argument is that they're very equal players.
I don't think so.
That's the argument. I'm not saying
I
that
think if you're
what
just if you're reading stats, yes, for sure.
if you're watching the game too, it's the same.
I don't think so. I think if watching the games, you see Soto make big play after big play.
And the outfield, you mean? Because in the outfield, I would just turn this podcast off and walk away.
No, 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 no. Behind the plate, because that's what we're talking about. We're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
we're not
yeah,
comparing Schwarber and Soto.
yeah. But with both of them are pretty bad
That's what I'm
defensively.
saying. We're not having this defensive conversation, but I'm saying Soto over the course of the season has had game tying home runs, game tying hits, where he's gotten the Mets and given the Mets the opportunity to win. The Mets just have squandered it, and their pitching has been bad.
Schwarber has a 937 OPS, and Soto has a 922 OPS.
Yeah, their numbers are very similar.
Very similar players. That's the only error I'm saying. I'm just
Yeah,
trying to
but if you're
have
telling
you
me who,
see and the people
and
see.
I agree, yeah, they have similar numbers, but if I have to pick one, give me the younger guy. Give me the
But
guy.
can I have you agree that you're not scared of Soto?
No, I don't agree with that because by that logic, you're not scared of Schwarber.
but they're equal players. So that's what I mean.
So are you not afraid of Schwarber?
It, between both of them, I'm not afraid of either or
So you're not afraid of either guy?
either guy.
Then it doesn't. Come on. What are
My argument is that they're equal players. Why is this guy getting paid? So my
he's
argument is
younger?
that Soto is overrated, has been overrated for the
Right.
last so many years
Right.
that we've seen him.
So to you, he became overrated after the World Series, after he won the World.
He became overrated back when he was in San Diego.
Okay. Yeah.
If you listen to this podcast, I've never been a Soto fan.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And never once,
We've
never
had
have.
we've had we've had some we have had a
But
semblances.
I just want you to say that Soto and Shorbray exactly the same players.
For this season, they have very similar numbers. I think if you gave Juan Soto a situation, because we both agreed that that situation in San Diego was a mess. It was a circus.
So Soto can lead off, but Shorbray can, right?
Yeah, but I don't know why. I don't know if you would want Juan
What
Soto.
Schwarber's setting up the table, what is Soto doing? If I were paying 50 million, whatever he's getting paid now, I want a guy that can produce. Oh, Otani. That's the only way that Otani comes into this conversation.
I know, but Otani has such a great situation around him. Otani,
Okay, you put the Soto in the Dodgers,
no, but pull up Otani's numbers when he was with the Angels. We're probably having the same conversation we're having now about these two guys.
but he wouldn't be. Let's see, I'm pulling up right now. Right now, right now,
We'd
right now.
probably be having the same conversation. If you put Juan Soto in the Dodgers, his numbers would look amazing. We wouldn't be talking about Schwarber versus
Oh,
Soto.
here in front of uh 2024, 310, 2023, 304, 2022, 273, and then 2021, 251.
Yeah.
46 home runs.
Okay, but he's at Soto's at 41, 41, 43.
But
So,
that team wasn't that team that was pretty not loaded, but they had some guys there.
ooh.
They
He
had Trout,
I
a better Trout. It wasn't the broken Trout yet.
know, but
For
that team never even made it to October. They never sniffed October.
2021?
No, they never made it.
2021 was after.
They never made it. 2021 was the Braves, I think.
But then 2022, he had 34 home runs. And see, right now, I I, I don't know. I just have that.
You just don't like Soto, which is fine.
It's not that. It's just I hate that he's getting paid so much money for not that much production.
I just think it's all about the situation. You
Yeah.
put Juan Soto in a situation like the Dodge, like
So if
Otani.
I were the Mets right now, would I be regretting my decision or would I be
No,
happy Mets?
absolutely not. If you're the Mets, you've brought in a guy who is young and who can produce. It is your job to put a team around him and build an organization around him that's gonna help him flourish. Like the Dodgers. The Dodgers have done their due diligence in building a situation where Otani can just look amazing, where
So
Otani can look
so
incredible.
the Mets. Well, we won't talk about the Otani part because he's making $1 million and yeah,
Right.
and the conversation there.
Yeah.
Um, so if you would agree, I would agree that the Phillies are the team to beat in the NL at this point. We got to see a taste of it this week in LA. They're just that team that just doesn't give up.
I know, but
The bullpen is it does its job. Starting pitching is it gets through it.
Where are we at with Will Smith?
He should be coming back soon, but yeah, we don't know. We don't know. But then yeah, we can't really replace his bat. His bat's been
I just think to me, the Mets are the sexy team right now. But
the
they
Mets.
are
Well, the Mets are going to face the
not the
Dodgers
Mets.
in the
Sorry,
first
the
round.
Phillies, the Phillies, the Phillies. The Phillies are the sexy team right now, but it's also the team that
I think the sexy team is Milwaukee.
now, come on. Milwaukee.
No, by meaning sexy, I mean the gimmick team, the team
Yeah, but I
that's
mean like
that's what I mean.
I know, but the sexy team in terms of like this is a team to beat. The Phillies are getting all the hype, but I think if you're gonna look at if you're gonna look at the playoffs
Yeah,
in October, we just had this conversation about Judge. We haven't seen the Mets, the Phillies. I don't know why I keep confusing them. The Phillies kind of get over the hump. We've seen them make the World Series for sure, but I just don't. I trust the Dodgers more so
but
than I
that
trust.
that kind of helps their case too because they're hungry, and a hungry team is always a dangerous team, and they're one of the hotter teams that are
Yeah,
playing. And as we know, within baseball history, the hotter team is usually the one that takes care of business.
I know, but I could also see the Phillies are also a team that you could see they enter the playoffs and all of a sudden
Well, the two hottest teams right now is
their bat
Chicago
their
and
bats go cold.
yeah.
And that's also a team that can happen. They go into a series and all of a sudden, the Dodgers have pitched 30 scoreless innings versus the Phillies and you're like,
But if
what
you can't score
happened?
runs, but you can't if you can't score runs, then it doesn't it pretty much goes out the
I know, but
windows.
if you're telling me in a 5 or 7 game series where things are tight, where everything gets like just tighter and the pressure's on, and I'm gonna need good defense and timely hitting. I'm gonna trust the Dodgers. I'm gonna trust Freddie Freeman, and if Will Smith is able to be back, I'm gonna trust those guys. I'm gonna trust Geekin. I'm gonna trust Edmund more so than I trust everybody that the Phillies is gonna throw out. Because the Dodgers don't need the home run ball to get them going, to give them confidence.
Yeah.
And the Phillies do. The Phillies need the long ball to kind of get them going. And the Dodgers will hit two straight singles, and all of a sudden, everybody's like, all right, we're going. It's time. And that is the stuff that wins in October too. That's the difference between going down 2-1 and being, tying the series 2-2 and going and being down 3-1. It's six, bottom of the top of the six, you're at home, and all of a sudden the Dodgers score 3 runs off of two singles and a double.
Yeah.
And you're just like, wait, what happened? And you just so I trust the Dodgers more so in the playoffs to do that more than I trust the Phillies. And I get it. The Phillies have everything right now that the Dodgers don't have. And I understand it. I understand that the Dodgers have Yamamoto and that's about it. In
Well,
terms of like,
Snell pitched pretty well.
yeah, yeah. But if this is the Snell we're gonna get, then you have Yamamoto and Snell, and now it's a different story.
Glass now is up
Glass.
and down.
Ah, my guy. Too bad he's made out of glass, man.
Yeah.
Man.
Straight up like his name.
Yeah.
But the three hottest teams right now are the Dodgers, the Phillies, and Chicago.
Yeah.
If we're going through trends in history and how things have gone in the last few years, those are the three teams.
Yeah.
And if I had to take it without me wearing the hat right now, the fandom hat, I would take the Phillies. I'm pretty confident about that. I think the Dodgers have a harder route to get through. The Mets, they can surprise people. Once they get to the Mets, then they get to the next team, and then the next team, and then the next team, which would be the Phillies. So right now, the winner of the Dodgers Mets would take the Phillies.
See, I feel like the Dodgers would be more prone to lose to the Brewers. Just because when they've lost to like the stupid team that has all the
So as of
stuff.
right now, like looking at stuff, I'm not too afraid of San Diego. I would San Diego would be. I'm just saying, just the way they've been, they get up for the Dodgers. Let's just be honest with the world. They
I
get up
have
for that.
I have never I haven't seen, let me think. I can't remember in baseball a team big brothering another team.
As much.
Yeah, I can't think of a situation like that. Because even when it was like Red Sox Yankees in the early 2000s, when the Yankees would win a lot,
Yeah.
it wasn't like big brother, little brother. It wasn't that.
No, it was
This is
just a thrashing.
yeah, like the Dodgers played them, and the Padres were, feeling really great about themselves. They're up here, like, oh, we just swept the Giants. Oh, and the Dodgers
Yeah.
are just limping in there, and it's a three-game set sweep, and you're just like,
But
oh,
they wouldn't face him to the championship series if that were the case.
yeah. I just
So I like I'm saying, I would at this point has how history's been working.
yeah,
I would take Chicago over San Diego.
same, yeah, yeah.
The Dodgers over the Mets. Seattle over Boston.
I thought we were a good team.
Seattle's is dangerous, man. I
Yeah.
think I'm more afraid of Seattle than Toronto.
Hmm.
Uh Yankees, Houston, probably Houston. And this is just like throwing things out with the AL because I can make a case for every single team on here.
Yeah.
The Yankees get hot. The Red Sox, we can somehow get 2004 again, or 2010, whatever, 2004 again. We could get that team again. Seattle could also be that 2000 was it 16 team that won 106 games and didn't go anywhere. That could be that team there that didn't do anything, or they could be Seattle of the '90s. They just figure it out.
See, if the Sox are able to
That's
wait,
gonna be a good series, though.
if the Red Sox are able to get the bats waking up, because that's the problem. We just can't score any runs.
I think that's a lot of these teams now. I don't think there's any in the playoffs right now. The only world beaters are probably maybe the Phillies.
Because I look at this, and this is like as if it ends today,
Yeah,
the Red Sox path to the ALCS. It's like, dude, we can. It's not crazy, and maybe Roman Anthony comes back sometime in the Seattle series, and all of a sudden we take off. I don't know. Seattle hasn't showed me anything in the playoffs that makes me scared of them.
it's just the pitching that they have. They
Yeah,
have
I know, but
and pitching tends to be dominant in the playoffs.
yeah,
But
tends to crumble.
at, eh, at the end of the day, it's gonna be the whoever decides to hit.
Yeah.
Out of all these teams in the East or in the AL, I don't know. I can't feel confident in any of these teams. Say, hey, this is gonna be the team that's gonna take it.
Yeah. And all this starts September 30th, Tuesday, September 30th.
Crazy. It's getting sooner and sooner every year.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's where we're at. That's pretty much in a nutshell where we've been um in terms of the season and what we've seen throughout this year. It's been also, I think, just as a baseball fan, it's been, and this wasn't on the rundown, but I did want to mention it. It's been really sad to see how, and I think I bring him up every time I talk to you about baseball, but to see how Mike Trout has kind of just like faded into the darkness. Like yesterday on Twitter, the baseball page put a picture of oh my gosh, what's his name? Um, Otani and Harper.
Uh-huh.
And it was like, the two of the best players of this generation. And I'm like, dude, like Trout is like that guy might as well not exist. And it's just sad. It's just sad just how his career, and this sounds like crazy, but his career is insignificant.
Yeah, it's pretty much like he never played.
Like Tony Gwynn at least made a World Series once.
Hmm.
Cal Ripken, at least, I think he made the playoffs a few times,
Yeah,
maybe. But he has that record. But Mike Trout is just like
Mike Trout.
this
I think
dude.
it's the question, who is Mike Trout? A case study would be who is Mike Trout and what happened to Mike Trout? I think we're gonna be seeing a 30 for 30 about that because it's very, very interesting.
This is just like the saddest career ever.
I wouldn't say sad is because
Yeah.
there's probably been other
All th
career.
no, but like all things
You could
considered,
make an argument for Griffey's career.
yeah, but Griffey at least had like he played with his dad. He made like he made the playoffs. He like there is like things that keep Griffey, like he has the iconic swing, like all that stuff. He had the he made the putting your hat backwards popular.
Yeah.
Like he was a cool player. He was cool. Like he's gonna when you see clips of Ken Griffey Jr., you're like, that's awesome. It sucks that he got hurt. But with Trout, it's not even like, oh man, he was gonna be awesome, but like or like Josh Hamilton. It's like, man, he would have been really good, but he just had all these vices. Or Jose.
Josh Hamilton was I wouldn't compare him too much to
No,
Josh
but I'm
Hamilton.
saying like because he had like the potential and he had all these
Well, a
vices.
lot of these guys have potential. That's what they get drafted. That's what they go through
That's
the
what I mean though. Like, and some of these guys squander it because of whatever. And Mike Trout legit just squandered it being on an Angels team.
so we're looking at like Puig type of a Swander
No, but
or
you see, but this is why I'm saying like this is probably the saddest career ever because Puig was like
he even had more moments.
uncoachable.
Yeah.
Like that's why he's not in baseball. He's not in baseball because he's not coachable.
And he actually had some moments also.
Yes, exactly. But you look at Mike Trout, the biggest moment you can think of is him walking into the WBC. him striking out versus Otani in that
to
game.
Otani.
Like the moments of Mike Trout are all regular season moments,
Yeah.
but there isn't this like, oh, Mike Trout was this, and man, like he would have been the best ever, but he got hurt or he got in trouble. Like there's none of this. It's just like he could have been the best ever, but he played for the Angels. It's just like, okay, all right.
So
I
now that we're
can't think.
talking,
I can't think of
I
another career back.
I'm pretty much I'm over the Mike Trout. Like
I know. I know.
it's just sad. I don't even know what to say anymore about that stuff.
I
It's
just
just
to me, it's just
it's like how do you go from GOAT status to no status?
I just, to I was thinking about this because I was watching Paul Skeen pitch the other day, and I was
Yeah,
watching him, and I was like, you know what, like this guy, in a few years, this guy is going to be on the Yankees or the Dodgers or the Cubs or the Red Sox. He's going to be on another team, and Paul Skeens is going to go and join a big market team or the Phillies, whatever. He's going to be on a bigger team. He's going
yeah.
to be on the playoffs, and we're going to have these like, dang, Paul Skeens was either really, really awesome or man, Paul Skeens like kind of flopped once he got to a big city. Like he's going to have like a Garrett Cole type of projection. Like
Yeah.
we're going to like have these moments of Paul Skeens. And
It's
I'll
crazy how
watch.
Philly is just producing a bunch. Not even,
Right.
let's get off the topic. Uh Philly. Pittsburgh is
Yeah.
producing all this great talent and they're not gonna do anything with it and
Yeah.
they'll just feed another team.
Thoughtful.
Bubba Chandler, what is it? Paul Skeens, and there's another pitcher. He's from La Mirada. I don't know how I forget him.
Yeah. And so
Uh
even like Ellie De La Cruz is probably going to go and have a career somewhere. Like these guys will go and do something somewhere else.
yeah.
And we'll have a memory of them because they did whatever. We will never have that of Mike Trout. Like,
But do you think I thought about it. I've thought about that decision. And I believe I was talking, I forget, I was talking to somebody about baseball. We were just talking
Mhm.
because you didn't allow me to talk about baseball. So I had to talk to somebody about baseball.
Uh,
But fatherhood changes a lot of people.
the what?
And fatherhood,
Oh, father.
fatherhood changes decisions and and just the way of life.
Yeah.
Would he rather live in the East Coast or rather live in the West Coast and raise a family? As that was kind of where the conversation ended up. Yeah, the West Coast wasn't best for his career, but it was best for his family. And I think that's the unfortunate part that we got with Mike Trout. He had to make that decision. And to others that didn't have to make that decision, you know, they went along and like Paul Skeens is going to make a decision because he doesn't have kids. He has a beautiful girlfriend that he's enjoying life right now. And if that contract comes up or if that trade comes up, he's going to be gladly leaving that
Hmm.
because he doesn't have that like that loyalty to that team. Fast forward to now that we're today we the news broke that Clayton Kershaw is no longer going to be playing after this year.
Hmm.
Decisions he made. That's kind of where the whole conversation started. That Clayton Kershaw decided to stay here instead of go to Texas. Instead of go with the Rangers. The Rangers were good at that time and they were coming up and they wanted somebody that way, but he decided no, he wanted to stay in LA. And yeah, again, it became a good decision because he saw it both ways. Over here, it was just a one-sided decision. Mike Trout wanted to make that decision. The Angels could care less if he. The Angels would have moved on if he would have moved on. There would have been no like, oh, and Mike Trout, we lost Mike Trout. They lost Otani, and look, they moved on. Now they're giving away free tickets for every game to go watch because nobody wants to go watch that team.
Yeah.
Uh, it kind of fatherhood is a good thing and then a bad thing. And with Mike Trout, I think that's where I come up and blame that. Even with Harper too, like Harper's decision to go to Philly, he brought it up that it was part of his. That's where he wanted his family. He wanted to raise his family and grow his family there. The environment that brought.
I know, but Mike Trout's also like in all these Eagles games every week.
I get it, but like, but that's different. That's more of his other side of it. Like business wise, you have to live there. You have to. He could travel wherever he wants. He's just that's the money that he can call somebody up and say, "Hey, I need a private plane to go here to Philly."
I know,
He'll get there faster than
but
anybody
if you're
else.
trying to stay in the West Coast, fine.
The Dodgers didn't have a chance at that point.
I know, but you don't think the pot like he he could have gone to the
The
pot.
Padres were bad at that time. It was either the Dodgers weren't positioned for that.
I know, but if you're
The decision that decision itself just was a tough one because he either stays with that team or he moves on to some other team. The Phillies were, I think, had just signed Harper, if I'm not mistaken,
I know,
or getting close.
but they were like, we want Trout. The Red Sox were still a big market team. They were spending money. They would have gone after him.
But did he want to play for the Red Sox?
No, no, but what I'm saying is like there is, and I understand the family dynamic of it. I get it. Fine. That doesn't mean you have to stay in a crappy situation.
Well,
Like
it's a crappy situation with not a crappy situation because you're getting everything you want,
I know, but you're
and
able
and
to.
it's fair to say that he's a loser. It's fair enough to say that
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
he's not a winner. He didn't care about winning over anything. He cared about his family and he cared about money.
I just think if you're looking at the landscape, because even if the Dodgers were not in the best moment at the time, all you have to do, because by then the Dodgers had been, it's not like Frank McCourt was still owning the Dodgers. The Dodgers were owned by these very smart baseball people that we knew the Dodgers are slowly becoming this juggernaut. The
Yeah,
Dodgers are coming.
yeah.
And so that's what I mean. Like, if we as people on the outside are able to see that, we're able to scope that, we're able to like sniff that out. How are you someone who's in the league, one of the best players in baseball at the time, the best player in baseball? How are you not able to like just look around and say, you know what? If I want to stay in the West Coast for my family, I'm gonna make my way to the Dodgers. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make my way there, and that's
I would
the
have never signed that long term contract.
yeah, and I think, and we are having a very different conversation about Mike Trout. But to me, it just doesn't make it. It just it's such a sad story because we remember Mike Trout. We know who he could have been,
Yeah.
but this guy is gonna be in like 10 years. This guy's gonna probably be the color analyst for the Angels, and it's gonna be someone's gonna be like, "Hey, was Mike Trout any good?" And it's gonna be like, dude, my what?
Well, it could have been.
And it's just, and that's what I mean to me, and that's why he has the saddest career out of everyone because he chose to be loyal to a team that wasn't loyal to him.
Well, whoever, I don't know who you have to be, but to trust the Angels, yeah, something's got to be wrong.
But that's what I mean. Like, it just even because even at the time, the Padres were not what they are now, but they were more competitive and they were kind of just they started to the Dodgers started to spend money and the Padres were kind of like, you know what, we kind of want to keep up with these guys. Like San Diego's not too like if Dave Roberts can make the drive from San Diego to Dodger Stadium. You can go from Anaheim to San Diego. Like
Yeah.
that's not.
Yeah, I at the end of the day, that's what I blame and who I blame. And if I had to have a blame pie, it'll be fatherhood. That's kind of what the decision. And to go more deeper in that, gotta if you want a happy life, you gotta keep your wife happy. She could have been also pulling the strings in the background. I want to be in LA. I want to.
I'm sure the wife would have been fine. Just you want to be happy, go look at our bank account. It's fine. Go look at our
Well,
bank.
some of them not like about that, man.
Come
Some
on.
people.
What do we come on?
Some of them are not like that. I didn't say all of them.
All right. Well, um that's my Mike Trout corner.
Well, we teased a little bit too much, but Kershaw, man. Let's get
That I
into
want to
that.
have for you. Kershaw announced his retirement, or he announced that he will be retiring at the end of the season. We can do his legacy in LA now. I think we should wait until the Dodgers finish their run, whether that's World Series champions or.
Well, we can go his legacy as of right now because I don't think he's gonna be that major part that he was before into any type of playoff run. I
Mm,
think it's kind of safe to say that, yeah, he kind of got the he kind of saw the writing on the wall that he's not going to be really a big part into the playoffs when you have Yamamoto, Snell, and Glass now, and then Sheen pitching good, and yeah, it's kind of the writing on the wall there. 5 game series, you're not gonna want to pitch him
mm.
anyways. First round, it's a 3 game series. I think the first round, right, or five,
Yeah, three.
3 game
Best
series.
of three, yeah.
Yeah, who's gonna end up pitching? Not him. So I once I heard about it, I thought about it and thought about it and thought about it and thought about it and kept thinking about it. And I don't know if his legacy is as high as people make it seem.
Hmm.
I think
Wait, what?
the playoffs, all the history in the playoffs of all the failures in the playoffs, I think he's safe to say a good regular season player. And I think with a lot of the weight on the playoffs nowadays of people championships and all this stuff to make a legacy. Yeah, he got two, but technically one. He was not a part of the second one. Um, don't get me wrong, he's good. Like he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. Don't say anything, but I would say legacy wise, I don't know. I'm kind of up in the air because I've seen some good pitchers out there. If Roger Clemens wouldn't have messed up, he probably one of the better ones out there. I think that's in my 37 years I've been alive, that's probably been one of the better pitches I've ever seen. I didn't get to see Nolan Ryan. I didn't get to see none of the other pitchers.
Hmm.
Randy Johnson, best from the left side. Roger Clemens, best on the right side. Pedro, right there. Uh,
Pedro's the best pitcher I've ever seen in my life.
yeah, you got to see a little bit more than I did. I actually went to go see him in person,
Am I
and
biased? 100%.
yeah, yeah. But I'm saying like if I would have a top five, I Kershaw would probably not be there
That you've seen?
that I've seen. If that makes sense. I'm just saying with
Give
pitchers
me
that
the.
have been up. But there's already four right there: Pedro, Roger, Randy, Maddox.
Who's the
Four.
fifth? Who's the fifth?
It's up for debate.
This
There's a
is
lot
from
of
from what year to what year?
what I've seen in my 37 years. Or
Yeah.
let's say I started watching baseball in 90, let's be 98.
Okay, so we're in the same.
99. I would say 99 to be more like I was right there.
Okay, so hold on. Who's the 97 World Series?
It was
Okay,
the Indians or the Marlins, sorry.
okay, so I remember baseball from 98. I remember baseball 98 World
But
Series.
that's the Yankees.
Yeah. That's
Roger Clemens.
that's good against Tony Gwynn. So I remember that.
Kurt Schilling.
So let's do from 98 to 2025 best pitchers. Because
I know it's a hot take, but it's just what I've seen.
well, it's one of those things that when you say it, it sounds crazy,
But it's true.
and then you begin to like okay, well let's name them, and you're like, oh dude, like yeah, like that's kind of that's kind of true. So
I'm not crazy, I've been in the game forever.
um and I didn't think you were wrong, just for the record, but so I'll give you
Greg Maddux, Roger Clemens, Big
names.
Unit, Pedro. And then the next,
So then was he better than Roy Halladay?
debatable.
I think he's
Tom Glavine is
it's
up
like
there too.
I think he's better than Verlander. I have him over Scherzer.
Yeah, Scherzer I do.
I have him.
And I'm talking about let's get this right in people's hands before I start getting a bunch of hate tweets and things like that. I said top five of pitchers that I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get to the top 20, then we'll start. Kershaw would be there. And this is that I've seen, like live in person with my own eyes, not on TV, not on any of this stuff. Johan Santana could decent pitcher.
Yeah, Johan Santana was
Kurt Schilling,
filthy. You see, I think Kershaw's better than Schilling, but
Mike Mussina.
Schilling has Schilling was money in the postseason.
Yeah.
I think
Um,
that's kind of what gets him to like superstar.
and
Like
you thought I'm crazy, but it's getting there.
Mad Bum is he better than Baumgartner?
Bumgarner's better. I would. It's like I said.
Because you get Clemens, Pedro, Randy.
Well, Clemens isn't gonna make it anywhere. Randy already made it,
No, but we're not talking about Hall of Fame. We're just saying the top five guys.
but people would give that argument back like he's not a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, okay, but if you're
But
giving
it's
that, we don't
there's
even.
people out there that are.
I know, but we don't even want to talk to those people.
Okay.
So Pedro, Roger, Randy Johnson, Greg Maddux. So you have Mad Bum already. You have Mad Bum higher.
Up there.
Um, man,
You can make an argument for Derek Lowe, but
no,
Derek Lowe, but
come.
but Derek Lowe is more, I would say, an argument more of a reliever type of thing. I think I feel confident in one of the top relievers.
No, I push back on Derek. No. Um,
But Johan Santana, bro, a bunch of people
Johan Santana was
that
filthy.
changeup was oof,
I think Roy Halladay, you could like if you're on the Roy Halladay was
it was dangerous. He's a dangerous guy.
nasty.
But that's the thing that we start talking about this stuff, and what puts all these pitchers over the hump is the playoffs. we can't make that argument for Kershaw at all. Is it going to be a high in the Dodger regard? Maybe, or yeah. But overall, in baseball, like in baseball in general, nah.
You know what sucks about Kershaw is he has a lot of starts where in the playoffs. He has a lot of starts where he starts off really well, and then he has that like disastrous sixth inning. Like it
Yeah,
happened so many times with the Cardinals. Remember for that stretch of time,
yeah,
and it was the Cardinals began to pick up on the signs. Nobody would change it,
yep,
and you and I would be texting about it, like, "Hey, I think they're picking up on the signs. They should switch the signs," and they wouldn't, and then he would just get like just rocked, and you're like, "Change the signs, man!" And it just, yeah, it's
yeah. And again, and people would be like, "Oh, let's take away his Dodger card because he's taking Mad Bum over Clayton Kershaw." People, let's be realistic. We're watching
Kevin
the game.
Brown. What about Kevin Brown?
Nah, nah, no chance,
Kerry Wood.
no chance.
Mark.
One. I remember from one good game, and that's it.
Yeah, Mark Pryor. Mark Pryor was good, but he wasn't good
Yeah, it was.
for long.
Well, yeah, it was.
Because that's the whole Jacob deGrom thing too. He was good, but he just wasn't good
Yeah.
long enough.
So
Men
I'm not crazy to come out with all this hot take, and now we sit down and we talk about it. And yeah,
like this is why whenever somebody says, and we do this all the time when you and I talk about sports. You say something and you're like, okay, well let's go through the names. Give me the names.
and I didn't think about none of this stuff. Like I said, I just kept thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. I didn't really like. Let me go look at stats. Let me go do this. I'm just. This is my with my own eyes that I sat down in the game. I went to go watch these players, and yeah, and I followed baseball and I saw the career. I got to see Johan Santana's changeup. Roger Clemens, I've seen him in the Astros. I've seen him in the Yankees. Uh, yeah, it's Pedro. You're biased to Pedro, but Pedro. At the end of the day, I would have him in my staff if I was a manager and
Yeah.
pitching then at that time.
Yeah.
And we start talking about now. We start getting more in depth left-handed pitchers, and we start talking. He starts becoming into the
Well,
maybe
because then you start to throw
top three.
like Roy Oswalt was really good.
Yeah. Well, the best left-handed pitcher, just overall accolades and everything, I would say
Mhm.
that I've seen is probably Matt Bunn. Randy Johnson. I got to see him towards his tail end of his career, and I saw him like in his prime, but a little bit more like when he started getting traded to all these other places too. So I didn't really follow him that much. I seen him good. Then I seen him when he was in the Diamondbacks when he closed that series with the Yankees.
Yeah.
So, oh, we didn't close it. He pitched with Kurt Schilling, a
But,
little
it was,
like that.
but he's the one that came in relief of him in that game.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I think the fifth spot
it's tough,
is
and it just sorry people, it won't be that fact. I'm here to talk baseball, man. Here. If you want me to be biased Dodgers, I can be biased Dodgers too. But we're not at that point right now. Like I said, legacy wise with the Dodgers, he's gonna be there. He's gonna have his number retired. He's gonna get all that Dodger stardom because he was a Dodger his whole life.
yeah. Because
If Fernando got it, and Fernando looking at it, he was great his first half of his career. Second half of career,
Yeah.
it it wasn't a good career.
Well, Fernando's in there because of that one World Series run, really.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like it's
Yeah. Yeah, because I think the conversation becomes
like in baseball wise, he wouldn't be in the top five. He wouldn't crack the top five.
no, no, of course not. But
But in Dodger wise, he cracks it. Like he cracks
see,
it, dominates it, and
see, but
does
if
everything.
we're just even limiting it from 98 to 2025, and we're just limiting it, it's the arguments become really like crazy because there are those that will take Verlander,
Yeah,
and I think if someone says I would rather have Verlander, there's no argument. I'm just like, yeah, okay, I can see that. That's not crazy. There is the CC Sabathia crowd. I think Kershaw's better than CC Sabathia, but there's
yeah.
that.
That's why he didn't come up in the any conversation.
I think Roy Halladay's a real question.
Yeah,
I think Johan Santana is a
but
real
Roy Halladay is because he performed in October.
yeah. Well, I mean, but that's the thing. Like, I think Johan is legit, and I think there, and I think part of what makes Kershaw tough too is there are dudes that kind of hit his levels
Yeah,
for a little bit that make you think like he wasn't that special
right.
because
That's what I'm saying.
like Roger, Randy, Pedro, and Greg Maddux, those four guys are like yeah, these guys are like by themselves because Tim Lincecum was like really good for like that stretch where you could make an argument like yeah, I'd rather have him 2009, I'd rather have Tim Lincecum.
Yeah,
Zach Greinke for when he was like just dominating in KC. You're like, I'd rather have him. Felix Hernandez had his run where he was like,
yeah,
and I think that's where, and then Josh Beckett flirted with like being the next Kurt Schilling, and then it
yeah.
kind of faded away. So yeah, man, it does.
It's funny. We should play the video of when I first said that to now. And you're like, wow.
And then Cliff Lee, remember how good Cliff Lee
Yeah, yeah. There's guys out there, you know. There's no doubt that he's gonna be a Dodger Hall of Famer.
well, I
There's
mean,
no doubt.
he's
There's no
a Hall
doubt
of
he's gonna be a Hall of Famer overall. But just to put him in the top five,
because like I get it. Like people are gonna go through his stats, and from 2000 and uh, here I'll give you just so that we are doing Kershaw right. So starting into 2010, he finishes 10th in like overall stats,
yeah,
10th best pitcher in baseball. In 2011, he where is he? He's number two. In 2012, he's number four.
yeah,
In 2013, he's number three. In 2014, he is number seven. So even in his like era,
he
year
was still
to
not there.
year, 2015, he was the best guy, undoubtedly. Uh,
Yeah,
and in 2016, he takes, I think he was hurt of the majority of that year. Um, so
well,
he's,
that's when it all started to fall.
and he
Or
said he will not.
he,
So from 2011, and then Chris Sale or Kershaw. So just Yeah, man. It's not as it. Yeah, that was good. Good,
That
good,
you break it down, you
good
see
stuff.
it,
Good stuff. Yeah.
and you get to analyze it. And again, this is just a thought of just this is off my eyes. This is not. I didn't go look this up. I didn't go Twitter. It's all just going off it. And I got to see a lot of Kershaw. I've watched a lot of his games. Don't get me wrong. He's, like I said, a
Dodger
great
legend.
Dodger,
Gonna have a
Dodger
stat
legend.
thing. Yeah.
That curveball was vicious, but just overall, like what he brought to the table, yeah, it wasn't too much.
And it does hurt him that when we think of him, we think of all the postseason
They
failure.
could make a highlight tape. I think it's out there somewhere in YouTube.
Yeah.
The tape
Yeah.
of him failing. Um, but as a player,
Yeah.
we're back into the Kershaw conversation. Let's go. Let's bring it back into the no more hot takes type of thing. Not speaking as Kershaw as a
Yeah.
human being, person, player, just teammate, everything. He was great.
Yeah.
He was one of the better Dodgers out there. And I think, like I said, he saw the writing on the wall, and it's one of those times, Jordan could never figure it out. He's the greatest basketball player alive. Kobe figured it out. Shaq never figured it out. Tracy McGrady, he was forced out. Allen Iverson didn't really, you know. And
Right.
these are the guys that I've seen. You know what? Like let's not get into the whole, type of thing. LeBron James is about to figure it out, I would say. But him in general, to me, regular season wise, pleasure to watch. Postseason, you know, a little hard to watch.
It's a story of two two guys, really.
And we're brainwashed a lot because we're in the LA media and they want to make everything bigger than what it is. But the facts are the facts. If you really think about it, you listeners, and you're into baseball, you're into this stuff, think about it. Think about it. Things that these players have done. If you're like I said, really into baseball, watch the World Series, watching all these games and going back and forth. You start seeing these other players like, oh wow, look at this guy, look at this guy.
Yeah.
This guy's better than Kershaw. Oh, this guy's better than Kershaw. This guy won more than Kershaw.
Mm.
Oh, I would put him in this conversation. Or Kershaw never did this. But since we got to see more because of the media, the whole LA market, we kind of see it.
Yeah.
Johan Santana got it late into the career when he went to the Mets, but when he was in the Twins, nobody knew about the guy. So, but Kershaw, thank you for everything. Appreciate it. I was hoping to go see your last start tomorrow, but yeah, all the ticket goblins took that. All the casual goblins took that. I was there type of pricing. It just went crazy.
Yeah.
What's the next?
I'm shook.
Did I break you?
I just
I told you I was gonna come bring the heat, kid.
pointed it. I was like,
I was
man,
gonna bring the heat.
man. I was like, dude. Um, yeah, Kershaw,
I've
great.
been saving this up for months and months and months and months. All the heat. I'm just kidding. I'm playing.
Uh, so with
Eh,
that, you're down in the Dodgers. You're not as
I'm the same as I was at the beginning of the season.
I know, but I'm saying in
I
comparison.
I I, I spoke.
Yes, I know.
If
Yeah,
they stayed healthy, they were gonna be dangerous. They not healthy,
so
they don't look that dangerous.
yeah,
Easy as that. There's no. sugarcoating on it or anything. It's if they happen to figure it out in next week and they figure out how to hit the ball and pitching stays the same, they're the team to beat.
Yeah.
Other than that, if we're still playing the same type of baseball that's being played right now, injuries keep adding up, just hand it over to Philly.
Wow. And
It,
then
it's as easy as that because a lot of things are broken watching these games. If you've seen them, it started all in Baltimore. That was I've never in my lifetime seen it in the youth level or in the that happened.
yeah.
How do you walk in with a no hitter? It's not actually not. It's even make it better than that. You had three and you blew all three. Three no hitters in a week, I would say, and every single one of them got blown.
Mm.
Never seen it in my life. I don't think we'll ever see it again. And just to put the stamping on it, if Andy Pajes would have jumped that fence and actually put that effort, that's
That
kind of the
was
story. That's
that
kind of the
was
story of the season.
that was so awful.
Yeah,
Just how he just didn't even try to go get it. Yeah, that was really bad.
it's kind of what's these guys are more worried about themselves and the team. It's just a different team now. The hunger is not there. But like I said, if they get hot, they're gonna be dangerous.
Hmm.
But I highly doubt. I'm pretty confident that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
As many times as I've seen them, like, okay, cool, they're playing good baseball. They don't. They had one of the easiest schedules in baseball, and
Yeah.
they still couldn't figure it out. They're holding on to a 2.5 game lead in the division.
Yeah.
I might sound like a Dodger hater, but you know what? I just keep it 100. Like
Can
I love my team.
can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
Why do Dodger fans hate and blame Tanner Scott so much when Blake Trinan has been equally awful in some of these high leverage situations, and
I think just the bullpen in general, like, has been
he gets
very.
no, no, I know, but everyone comes at like Tanner Scott,
I think it's because
and I'm like, okay, like the Orioles game, the game we're talking about, everybody's like, oh, Tanner Scott, like Blake Trinan did this. He's the one that loaded the base, and he couldn't throw a strike.
uh,
It's his
yeah,
fault. Like Tanner Scott is thrown into this impossible situation where as soon as he walks in, I think most people watching were like, "Yeah, this is over."
I think that's kind of like the thing now. He comes in, he has that bad rap now, and it's gonna take a slump buster for him to get out of it.
Yeah,
Uh,
more
his
Yamamoto
pitch,
has.
his pitches aren't moving. They're just flat. They're just very flat, and nothing's happening. Usually lefties have that little tail to it. Not having that tail, just in the major leagues, facing major league hitters, you're not gonna do well.
Yeah,
And we can't even put it over the plate. That makes it even worse.
yeah,
It's as easy. I tell my kids, throw strikes, let them hit it.
yeah,
If you can't throw strikes, you're behind. They're sitting fastball, and we know what's gonna happen.
yeah.
But I just think it's just the bullpen in general. I wouldn't even Tanner Scott. Everybody's getting on him because I don't know. I guess he's the easiest to blame.
Yeah.
Is it comes back to my point that I've been saying this whole time and throughout our podcast. These casuals just don't know any better. They don't. They don't.
Yeah.
He's the last guy they see, so they're like, "Oh, it's Scott's game." But Scott, if you think about it, he didn't really allow any runs during that time
Mhm.
because they're inherited runners.
Right, right.
So kind of like, uh, he
Yeah.
looks good, but it didn't really look good in result.
Yeah, I don't understand. Um, I guess we do anything else to add to the Dodger
Um,
corner?
let's wake up, Dodgers. Let's wake up.
Okay.
Let's defend
Um,
this thing.
that's why I'm with the Red Sox. Let's wake up, please. Offense. Bregman, could you please do something?
He's getting
Um,
ready to come to the Dodgers.
uh,
We have
maybe.
that spot wide open for him.
And so, yeah, I think in terms of the Sox, I think this team became more fun than what I anticipated over the summer, and
Well,
they've
I talked you off the ledge, so I told you it's gonna give him a chance.
but they've kind of just came back to earth. Rafaela has had good moments, and he's back to being like
Rafaela.
Jackie Bradley 2.0, pretty much.
That guy's a stud. What are you talking about?
Jackie Bradley, yeah, with a glove.
I'm playing. We're talking about the wrong Jackie.
Um, and yeah, I think Durand very clearly is not going to be on this team next year. Um, Narvaez was good to start the year, and I think that he got figured out, and he just can't hit off speed stuff, and he
Yeah,
loves chasing fastballs away. Like he just loves it. Just can't not not chase. It's frustrating. I really hope Bregman stays. 'Cause I think Bregman has been incredible for that team. Um, and I still want the Red Sox to fire Breslow. I think the Rafael Devers trade was a disaster, and I know that it led to the Red Sox winning, and I know that the team themselves were their reaction to the trade was told me everything I needed to know, and the way David Ortiz came out and was pretty much like, "Yeah, this guy's a lost cause." I'm like, dude, David Ortiz never does that. That guy like. So for him to do that, I was like, okay, Devers was the problem. And it wasn't so much that you trade him, but get something more. Get like he brings in Jordan Hicks, and Jordan Hicks is like I hate. I just can't stand Jordan Hicks. I just hate is a strong word, I know, but I just he comes in and I'm like, okay, well we're done. He's gonna allow 3 runs here because that's what Jordan Hicks
the
does.
hate is like we're passionate about our team. Just get that right. People don't understand that
Yeah,
part about it. That
it's
we
sports.
watch these games every day.
Yeah, it's sports hate. It's not real hate.
No, but I'm saying like we watch these games every day, so we're allowed to have some type of emotion behind it
Yeah. No,
compared to other people who watch one game and they're like, oh,
no, I agree. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's just to me, it's just been frustrating, and Cora has been in Aroldis Chapman. Love that guy. Love
he'll be
that.
a Dodger mid-season next year.
Yeah, he signed an extension with us. So you're gonna have to wait at least a year.
Oh, he'll be
Uh,
mid-season next year, I said.
you can have Jaron Duran. Jaron Duran's probably gonna be available. Trevor Story has been frustrating because he's been really good, but he's just like done really dumb stuff on defense, which is weird because he's
Well,
tech.
he's never been known as a or
I know, but he
recently.
had been like pretty solid all year, and then
Uh,
over the last few weeks, he's just been awful.
he's back to himself.
Yeah, and Crochet, that's my guy. Um, so I think overall, I like this team. I hope we're able to invest a little more. Um, it was up to me, I'd keep Durant, but there's a logjam in the outfield, and I think he's the easiest guy to get rid of. If it was up to me, I'd get rid of Rafaela and I'd keep Jordan Durant. But I am not a fan of the streaky batter who has an amazing
Yeah.
love. Just I'm good. I don't need that on my team. But that's what I'm gonna get. So
Trade him, trade him.
I just have to deal with it, and that's it. The Red Sox are probably gonna make um, the playoffs, and
How
maybe
confident do you feel to make the ALCS?
like two, 2 out of 10. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I would say 60%
For the Dodgers,
for the Red Sox.
get out of here. 60% if they make ALCS, no chance.
A little bit above 50-50, but 60. And I'm not messing with you. I'm not trying to give you false hope, but I think the run of how it's looking,
I
I
just, I think it
do you
depends.
think they could play? I think they could play with Detroit, and I think they could play with Seattle.
See, it's not that I think we could too.
It's a proven fact that they can play with those teams.
I no, no, I know we could. It's not even a. I don't think we could do it because of who we're playing. I don't think we could do it because of how we are playing. Like our bullpen is not as crisp. Our
But it's a new season.
what?
It's a new season, and you have one of the better managers in the
Yeah.
league.
And I mean that's the I think that's the two. The two is
Well, that's why I'm giving that
the
extra
two is Alex.
10%.
The
Because
two is Alex Cora.
50 would give it average. So to be fair, I'm saying 10%, and you're saying
Right.
2%.
Yeah.
Because it is a 50, once you make it in, it's a
Right.
50-50
Yeah,
chance you
yeah,
make
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. I just think
That's a good way to put it. See?
if
10% and two.
if Roman Anthony, if you're te if you if I can have Roman Anthony, then I feel better. Then I'd say, you know what, I think we have a 60% chance with
Maybe.
Roman Anthony because he sets the table. Without him, and towards
Yeah.
and right before he got hurt, he was like finding his power. Without him, this offense has been anemic, and so
So have Dodgers, and they have a bunch of Hall of Famers in it.
and that's where I'm at with the Red Sox. And yeah, so we have just loaded baseball stuff coming. So I'm glad that you are. I'm glad that we did this again. I'm glad that we were finally able to connect and get your baseball thoughts. And you are. I think you're. I think people are gonna find that this new Harry is still has some crazy takes, but there's actually some
Rationale.
yeah rationale behind it. As the Kershaw thing, I was not expecting the Kershaw conversation to go where it went, and that was actually like, yeah, he's a Dodger legend, and he was a pretty good baseball pitcher, and that's about
Oh, just keep an eye out for my IGs and my everything's gonna blow up.
it.
Turn your Dodger card.
uh, well,
Just for the record, I signed up to analyze baseball and be the baseball guy. I didn't sign up to be the Dodger advocate because
I
there's so many guys out there that are doing that part
yeah,
in this digital con digital creator world.
yeah, and a lot of those guys
Get paid by them.
that, but it's also like you lose all credibility with me when you're trashing Tanner Scott, but not understanding situational baseball. Like I understand, I get it, I get it's frustrating to have a guy that's not lights out, but you have to understand situational baseball. And
Yeah, he just brought in the wrong situations and just
yeah,
yeah.
so all those dudes that I see constantly, I'm just like, you don't understand situational baseball. You don't understand like the impossible situation this guy's brought into. Like, okay, all right, sounds good. Do you have a final thought?
I do, but it's unfortunately not baseball related.
Okay, yeah. Those
Sorry, baseball people, but I think you had enough of me for the baseball part. This is gonna be a love fest for the Turkish Heat.
I actually like it when you have non-baseball uh final thoughts. So Turkey,
Yes,
okay.
the Turk. I could kiss you if I could see you. I could be with you.
Your Royal
I
Highness.
I think he's doing so many great things for sports in general. I think he has pushed ESPN to do stuff that they're not able to do. Netflix to do things that they were able to do before. So as you know now, ESPN is a all-in-one
Hmm.
channel.
Yeah, you don't
So
need
if you don't understand that, you can watch everything there
yeah, you don't need
in the
cable
all-in-one.
to get
No more
ESPN,
cable, but you pay a subscription unless you have.
of course. But if you
Cool.
don't have cable, you could still get ESPN. Yeah.
But for you WWE fans, this guy has changed the whole landscape of it. TKO has changed the landscape of it. Boxing, boxing is, I think it's back. It might be too little early to say, but I think it's back now.
Mhm.
This guy is doing the right things for the sport, I think. And you could bash it all you want about the money, about that. But you know what? With a big middle finger to you, go do it yourself. If you really think that's what do you think people, what do you think, why do you think people do things? Do you think they do it just for shits and giggles, or do they make money? It's a business.
Yeah.
If you didn't think about it, this guy did, and he's doing it, and he's making the best out of it.
Yeah.
Um, the Canelo fight was, it left me dumbfounded. That was in Netflix. I was like, really, a fight in Netflix? Like,
Yeah.
how are they even making money? This guy's making money. He's putting the money up front. I need to see the big fighters. WrestleMania now is in Saudi Arabia next year. Not this year, but the following year, 27, I
Is
think.
it? Is it?
So that's moved on. So the whole Riyadh season has changed the landscape of sports. Now we're gonna start seeing a lot of different things. Baseball signed their exclusive contracts with certain things. Also, it's the world is changing as we speak right now with sports, and I
Tom
think
Brady's gonna play flag football. That's tricky.
uh it's just a really fun time to be a sports fan, and I think this has been the happiest I've ever been as a sports fan, that I don't feel ripped off,
Wow.
and I don't feel like we're not getting the best out of it. I get it. People are not gonna like decisions. People are not gonna like the way things turn out.
Man.
But again, we live in a free country, and you can say whatever you like. This is why we have our channel. You
Yeah.
could have your own channel, and
Yeah.
you can say whatever you please. Uh, but whatever decision you thought the Canelo fight was, that's your opinion. And people saw different things. People said it was rigged. Do you think everything's rigged? Everything that doesn't go your way, you think it's rigged.
Hmm.
It is what it is. We saw the fight, it happened. It was great. It was great for sports. And I think this is the beginning of something very special. And I think just in general, everything's gonna change.
Yeah.
I think just all these major sports are just gonna become global, and it's gonna be great. Great for the game. For every game. Basketball, football, baseball, tennis, all the good stuff. Because everybody's gonna be able to watch it in ESPN. This guy's putting up all the big fights. You're gonna be able to see The Rock. You're gonna be able to see Stone Cold because he's gonna pay him $100 million to come out for 5 minutes. And yeah, so
uh,
that's one of my hot takes, and I'll bring it back to baseball. We'll circle it back.
yeah.
Um, I think it's great to see that pitching is back. As much as I dissed it in the beginning of the year
Like
about
starting
pitching,
pitching.
starting pitching, just pitching in general.
Right.
I think just recently I think I've seen. better sequences, better ways of pitching. Now it's no longer just blow by fastballs. They have a slider. They have it's pitching. Pitching is back. Hit the corners, up and down, north, south, east, west, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
I think people are starting to listen in the baseball world that speed is not everything. Yeah, you could throw hard, I get it, but they're major league players that can hit it. Unless your name is Robert Suarez. That guy is the biggest trip in the MLB history. Other than how can you not hit his fastball? It's a fastball. That's all he throws, and he's a closer, and people cannot hit him. But pitching is back. Pitching is back. I'm happy about it. The hitters were getting all the love, but now pitching is back. Uh, the long ball, the long balls and the long ball. Again, it is going to be. It's always going to be part of the game. But we're starting to see the pitchers. The pitchers get their part of the game back. Um, yeah, it's I was gonna diss umpiring, but that's for another day. We have enough about the umpiring already.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
Nice. So you gave me two.
You give me two.
Um, I'll give you one. I'll give you one.
Oh, one? Wow. I thought I'm
Um,
deserving of three.
what's the final thought? Not the final thoughts. Um,
There we go. We just changed it. We're changing the landscape of things. Thoughts. Final thoughts.
oh man. Um, man, you want a baseball one? I can give you a baseball
We
one.
can make anything you like. I have all the time in the world. These people love to hear your voice. Let's go.
All the time in the world. Um,
Just to tell people whether it's 11 o'clock at night in the East Coast and it's a working day. Well, when we're recording this,
yeah,
so we're both gonna be working tomorrow early in the morning, and we're still on here just for you.
yeah, yeah. We need a. I'm gonna need a large dose of caffeine.
Yep.
I think, but my final thought is that I think for all the stuff that and all the criticism that I think we very rightly gave Rob Manfred, he's done a good job. I think he's him putting his foot down to ESPN when ESPN wanted to give him in baseball this lowered, like, almost like this reduction contract
Hmm.
when they had just dished out all this money to the NFL and the NBA, and he was just like, nope. If you don't want our product, that's cool. We can go somewhere else. Somebody else will want it. And we've criticized him because he just seemed like a guy that didn't like baseball and was running baseball.
Yeah.
And that might still be true, but he definitely has elevated the game and made the game better. He has empowered the right people.
Hmm.
He's the guy who has put real baseball people in charge of changing the game of baseball, and it's made it better. Um, he is also he's like a very well, he's good at negotiating as well. Like he got asked like a month, 2 months ago, maybe, like, would you still be open ESPN? He's like, of course, we're willing to always, the door is
Yeah.
always open. And
Yeah.
he's not even shooting himself on the foot and costing baseball money. And so I love that. I love that he's even mentioned the no blackout things, and that's something he wants to work on too. And he is a commissioner that I never thought I would say this. He might be the best commissioner in American sports because you look at
Debatable.
basketball and that guy's a mess.
I think the NFL is the only other one that I think the NFL. I think I think it's safe to say that he's the second best commissioner in American sports.
Like Adam Silver last week came out, and I don't know if you saw this, but they asked him about pretty much like basketball's going to be on Amazon, Peacock,
Yeah.
ESPN, and whatever else. And if you want to
Well,
see,
not TNT anymore.
yeah, not TNT. And if you want to see your team, you're going to have to probably get an NBA League Pass or something like that. And so they asked him like about the affordability of watching games. And he was just like, well, if you can't afford it, basketball is like a highlight league, and you can
Yeah.
just watch the highlights on YouTube or TikTok. And I was just like, what are you doing? Like people don't watch basketball now because they think, I don't have to. I could just watch
The
the clip
highlights.
on TikTok or X, and I'll know what happened.
Yeah.
You want people to watch your product, don't you? And he was just like, no. So he's like a complete train wreck. The football one, I think football is hard because he oversteps a lot in a lot of decisions he makes in terms of like player discipline and all that. Sometimes gets like super.
But business wise, I would say I think the it's safe to say
Yeah.
business wise.
I think I think where I would like if I'm playing devil's advocate, I would say football is so popular that you almost could have like anybody and anybody could get you that contract because football's so popular. And
Yeah.
so Rob Manfred, shout out to you for turning things around and turning out to be a really good commissioner.
I told you, give him some time and he'll be great.
I didn't
Psych.
I didn't think. I didn't think.
Psych.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah.
I just think he's terrible. But
Shout out to Rob Manfred.
that's your final take, not mine.
That's me. That's my final thought. And you gave me two, so I'll give you two since you want me to give you two. Um and my second non baseball one is I think Canelo should retire. I know he has two more fights left with Turkey, your boy.
My boy Turk.
Um he just doesn't have the hunger anymore. He has nothing to fight for. And maybe Turkey can set up two exhibition fights with Jake Paul and the other
But
Paul.
but the argument is like, hey, haven't have this is like the last real fight they actually had. He hadn't really had a real fight in the last five fights.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, for sure. He hadn't challenged himself, and I think there's a lot of, but I think just in general, I think he's really rich now, and boxing and MMA is a sport because we saw it with Connor. Like once Connor was like wealthy, it's really hard to train like someone's out to kill you when you're living super comfortable.
I think Crawford said it the best. It's like we both get to go home, you know. I think it was more of a let's get this through this and let's just go
Yeah,
home, you
no,
know.
for
Like
sure.
it's
But even like Crawford is somebody who was still in his mind, I need to earn my respect. I need to earn, like there was two fighters going into a fight with two different mindsets. Canelo was going in there because he was offered
he
a
had to. He had to.
yeah, he was offered a gigantic check and he was just like, all right, I guess. Like, yeah, you're gonna give me 150 million to fight this guy? Cool. And Crawford was going in there fighting for his legacy. It wasn't about money. It wasn't about that. It was his legacy, how he was going to be remembered. And you've seen it ever since the fight. Crawford is now elevated to one of the best guys of this era. People are having the very foolish conversation of him versus Floyd. It's Floyd, and it's not even like a debate. But I think it's time. Canelo's done everything he's wanted to do. He's gonna retire as one of the best Mexican fighters of all time. I still think this is his era, regardless of the fight on Saturday. But he doesn't have that hunger, and whenever you don't have that
Oh, you
hunger,
could tell. You could have seen that from the beginning of the.
when you don't
Yeah.
have, and when you don't have that hunger in combat sports, you can get hurt. And I think just so that
he could have got really hurt.
Yeah.
Like,
just so that he doesn't get hurt, I hope he hangs him up. I don't think he will, because he has 2 fights left, and he's not gonna he's gonna cash those 2 turkey checks.
yeah.
And that's it. That's all I have.
That's good. And if you want to listen to more more of the fight being analyzed, you can check out one of the podcasts. I think the podcast before this, or two podcasts back. Two podcasts back.
You can
right when it happened, or right after it happened.
Yeah,
you got the reaction.
Check out the.
Did you get David on there or no?
I did.
Just you. There you go. See, I didn't. I just thought about it. Like,
David was on there, so you can check. You can check that out. But Harry, 10 days left of the baseball season. The Dodgers won today. They were able to hold off. So congratulations to you. The Red Sox lost 2-3 to the A's, a series they should have won, a game they should have won. And now we go to Tampa. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. So I'll talk to you probably next week to figure out and talk about
a little more about baseball playoffs.
Yeah, what's gonna happen. So happy to have you back. I'll talk to you.
Thank you. Happy to be back. Sorry it's late. I'm good.
There you go. Talk to you.
Talk to you.
That's the pod. Thank you to Harry. Thank you to Angel. Thank you to Triumph Protective Coatings, and thank you to you for listening. I will talk to you again on Monday after all the football, and so I'll talk to you then. You can listen to this podcast anywhere you get your podcast. Wow, anywhere you get your podcast. So please rate, review, and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, the arrows up Instagram, and that's it. So stay tuned for more episodes. And hope you're able to stay safe this weekend. And that's it. So Niners play the Cardinals, so hopefully we're able to take care of business and go 3-0. I don't think Brock Purdy should play, but I think he wants to play because of the Mac Jones stuff. Who knows? But so that's it. No roll call, just a very hopeful bang bang Niner game.